and I heard him say, "Hey, you sexy black." Or no, he didn't say that.
God damn, you added words. You added words.
I just added some wild. That's how I felt. That's how I felt.
That's how it sounded. It sounded like that.
That's how it sounded.
It sounded just like that,
bro. That's what it felt like.
And
he said, "Hey, you sexy in the red." I said, "Yo," I said, "I will smack the out you." That's not how you talk to black women. I don't know what order I said.
That's good.
I think I said it the other way around. I don't know what order I said it, but I know I said those things. Yeah. And I'm looking at him in his eyes because I'm waiting for him to respond with testosterone.
What do you mean? They take it down?
Took it gone. It was gone. Whole page was gone. I don't know. Some
somebody
somebody
just
somebody.
You can't, I mean,
yeah.
But we got some heavy shit on here. But before we get to that heavy shit, let's do a quick Barrel and Flow recap, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Barrel and Flow was definitely a vibe, man.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm gonna say this, like we that was the first year we didn't perform, and it wasn't even on the weird shit. We just we ain't been doing music for a little bit. Yeah. Like we just kind of wanted to go as patrons this year, and I would actually say the only other year, this was the most litest year I felt like optic-wise and also just energy because it rained hard as fuck, but people were still like, yo, we here.
We still there.
You know how hard it is to get people, and it wasn't like people weren't even performing. It wasn't even like there was people on the stage that you was like, yo, I'm trying to see this performance. It was like, no, we walking booth to booth, we talking, we're interacting, like, y'all, we here.
Shit was crazy.
It's hard to get people to stay in something that's so spread out while it's raining.
Yeah, it's tough, yo.
And I felt like that was a good sign. The only other year I felt like that energy, this is personal, you know what I mean? Only other year I felt like that energy was that high was the first one.
Yeah.
So I felt like, damn, like this is really like,
yeah, it's going somewhere.
It's really going somewhere.
Yeah, congratulations to them, everybody involved.
Shout
out to you too, Corey. I know your shit was good. I know you was a big part of making that thing.
Corey O'Chai. Shout out to everybody that participated in any and every capacity, bro. If you had a bear, shout out Sid had a bear. Shout out Jabril had a bear.
Yeah.
I don't know all the people who had bears this year. I wasn't tasty. I wasn't too chatty patty this year, man. I was talking to a lot of people who I didn't know to kind of promote the podcast.
Yeah, for real.
I see y'all out there, man. I see y'all out there getting it, man.
You know what I mean? I was having a good time, bro.
Definitely having a good time.
At the end of the night, I almost smacked the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, he did.
At the end of the night, though.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a Barrel and Flow thing, for real.
No, yeah, it was hilarious. I loved it so much. I was kind of disappointed he did.
It was, I ain't even going to lie to you, it was a moment where it would have been good to fight.
Okay.
It would have felt good to fight. Okay. And I know that sounds crazy, but like, to some people that sounds crazy. But I would just say as a male, and not just man, as a male, because there's a difference. You know what I mean? As a male who does have a good amount of testosterone, takes care of that, and you know, moves his body, goes to the gym. Sometimes you gotta exert that. Sometimes you just really gotta exert that, like, because it's there. Yeah. And like, not everything that we do in our daily life gives us the full relief that we get from altercation. To be honest, sometimes altercation can be relieving. I'm not saying you should seek that. Yeah. I'm just saying every once in a while it can be relieving.
My guy? What happened?
It was brief. It was brief though. Okay, it was real brief. Okay, like, so let me set the scene, right? There you go. It was a little awkward at first because it was me, my woman, her auntie who's around the same age as her, and Lum. Right? We were just catching the vibe.
Having a good time.
It was raining. Ed came out on the loudspeaker and was like, "Yo, y'all can go to the parking garage, and if it stopped raining, well, you know what I mean? This is before it was like, oh, it's done. I mean, some people was packing up, but we just went to the parking garage, chilling. We in the parking garage. Funny enough, the shorty sitting to my right, because my girl's sitting on the wall, I'm facing her. The shorty sitting over here was somebody I had matched with on Hinge a while ago, on and off. It was just like a match where I seen her in person and tried to vibe with her. It wasn't nothing. And it was just whatever. You know, I see her. We don't even really acknowledge each other. It's whatever. You know what I mean? She was there with her friends. We sitting kind of adjacent from each other, but it wasn't nothing. It was just whatever. You see somebody around. Some white dude pulled up. He's coming out of the parking garage. He's in a passenger, and his homie is in the joint, right? His homie driving on some TLC shit. You might be too young for that. You don't even know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Some TLC
Trying
shit.
to holla at me.
Hey, let's go. So like, he in the passenger side, And I don't hear what he say. I just see my girl's reaction like, oh, he must have the wrong bitch. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened? Did he just call you a bitch? What just happened? So now my ears is perked up, my eyes perked up. I'm looking at him, I'm listening, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck just happened. Yeah. I didn't hear that he said, hey, you sexy bitch.
In the pink.
No, he didn't even say that yet.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, hey, you sexy bitch. And I'm like, I didn't hear it again, but I heard my girl say, oh, he got the wrong bitch. I'm looking like, yo, what happened? I see his eyes. He said it again. He looking at this girl that's with the other group, and she got on red. He was like, hey, you sexy bitch in red. And immediately, bro, like, it all happened like that.
Yeah.
But with the thought process, because you know sometimes you'll have a thought process that takes 10 years before the action happened.
Yeah.
But the 10 years is literally 1 second.
Yeah.
So a month ago, some old white dude was riding around downtown trying to pick up these 2 black girls. There was 2 young black girls at the bus stop. And I seen them like, yo, we don't need no fucking ride. We're good. And I'm looking, I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm walking with my shorty in hand. And I'm like, what's up? They're like, this nigga keep trying to pick us up. He like keep riding past him like, y'all want to ride? Y'all want to ride? And I'm like, yo, I seen him pull over to the side. Yeah. I'm like, I'm about to go over there and smack the shit out of him. And she's like, no, baby, let's go.
Gotcha.
And I'm just like, bro, because this looked like some kidnapping shit to me.
Right.
I'm about to smack the fuck out this nigga. You over here trying to pick up these little black girls. I work with little black girls.
Right.
I work with little black kids. Like, I'm not about to let you pick no kids up, bro. I'm about to punch on you because you're not an Uber. They're waiting for the bus.
Yeah.
So I didn't get my shit off from that.
You couldn't shake it.
I couldn't shake it. It came back to me when I heard him say, hey, you sexy black bitch. Or no, he didn't say that.
God damn, you had the words? You had the words? I
just ate some wild shit.
Make sure
That's how I felt. That's how I felt.
That's how it sounded. It sounded like that.
No,
I was there. It sounded just like that.
That's how it sounded.
It sounded just like that.
Bro, that's what it felt like. That's what it felt like, bro.
That's how it sounded.
That's what it felt like, bro. Man, he said, hey, you sexy bitch in the red. I said, I will smack the fuck out you. That's not how you talk to black women. I don't know what order I said.
That's good.
I think I said it the other way around. I don't know what order I said it, but I know I said those things. Yeah. And I'm looking at him in his eyes because I'm waiting for him to respond with testosterone.
Me as well.
I'm prepared. I'm ready.
Also,
I'm ready to reach through the car window and pull him out.
Right.
Because I'm already thinking if his boy got the tool, he can't pop it if his nigga's blocking the window. I'm thinking.
Yeah, you are.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I got you.
Like we're ready.
Yeah.
And he looks at me for a brief second and he looks back at her.
Like, help me.
Like, help me, please say something.
Yeah.
And then her homegirls is like, such and such, he just said something. And she's looking, and she's like, oh, hey. And I'm like, oh, they know each other. Oh, okay. All right. All right.
He did.
All right.
He did. I was thinking all types of bad shit. Even in that little 2 seconds, like he hit the nail on the head where he talked about 10 years of thought in a second. Because while he was talking, he said, yo, you don't fucking talk to black women like that. I'll slap the shit. Before he got slapped the shit out of you, I got my Gatorade in my hand with my 2 fingers on the top and then my thumb on the side of it. And the way I was thinking, I'm like, I'm finna fucking.
On some anime shit, he was gonna throw it, hop over the wall.
Hop over the wall and be all over this nigga.
The Gatorade?
Yeah, that Gatorade was about to go right in
the Gatorade you gave was about to be a fucking weapon.
I'm finna fucking launch this shit. So I'm gonna open it a little bit. I'm gonna launch this shit in there. It's gonna explode. That was gonna start.
It was about that size too. It
was perfect.
Yeah, bro,
it was literally about to be up, bro. And they couldn't have went nowhere because there was a car in front of them. They were literally they were trying to get out the garage. They would have had to fight.
Dude pulled up a little bit after he said that. Like, this shit out. Like, come on. Dude pulled up a little bit on the other cars.
I will really put pause on you, bro. Because one thing for certain, regardless of what standing I'm in with any woman that I was in a serious relationship with, regardless of how she might feel about me, I've always made sure that they was good in some capacity.
Absolutely.
I've always been paying somebody's bills, making sure somebody had a roof, making sure somebody had food. Right. Like, I might have fell short in other ways, or I might not have, but you was always gonna be good if you was fucking with me. I never came into your life and didn't make something better.
Absolutely. Exactly.
I'm at a place now where it and some people might not agree, and I don't really give a fuck. It extends to every black woman as long as you haven't completely wronged me.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you have completely wronged me, you still get some of that. It just depends on the level. Right. Like I'm not gonna watch somebody just put their hands on you.
I mean,
but if a nigga walk past a shorty who I'm really like, I really don't fuck with her to the heaviest, and somebody's like, y'all don't fuck with her, she's a bitch. Like that's whatever. Yeah. But if a nigga like the shorty, I don't know. She with some girl that I kind of didn't talk to at all for real. Right. I don't know her. I don't know her name. I ain't ask her name. It wasn't important. Right. It was a simple fact that you thought you was gonna call a black woman a bitch in front of two black men.
Yeah. And you thought
that shit was going to ride?
Yeah, and
I'm like, oh, bro, you got me fucked up.
Yeah.
But then she's like, oh, hey. He's like, hey, bitch. And I'm just like, oh, all right, my bad.
How long did y'all laugh after that?
After a little bit, bro. I know. I actually didn't laugh because in my heart, I'm ready to fight.
I was laughing hard as
you know how hard it is to come back from being from knowing that you're about to fight to not fighting instantly. It's hard to calm down.
There's usually no come back from me once I get to that place. That's why I always try to be like, people are like, yo, you so chill. I'm like, bro, because I just know how to control myself, bro. I gotta switch. Then when I go, it's on, and I'm not gonna come back down. Especially when I know somebody's completely wrong. And I feel like you gotta kind of be like that. And that's why I feel like we always had values that kind of align. Because I've always been the same way. I've always had muscle memory. I'm not about to let no black woman do no shit, get done dirty in front of me. Like I seen a man. It was crazy. I remember I was outside my crib one time, and there was a woman standing at the bus stop, which we found out later was my man's cousin, but we didn't know that at the time. So we walk outside, and we see some black dude beating the shit out of his girl. I mean, he 6'6", but he 6'6" though. Yeah. He beating her ass. She 5'1". He's beating up the street. Like, yo, what the fuck? So we all just looking crazy, blood boiling. We're kids. We trying to figure out what to do. And then he walks past and just starts gritting on my homie's cousin. But she's 5'1". He's 6'6", so he's just gritting on her. And immediately in my mind, I'm like, yo, we got it. Before I could say anything, yo, my man Dior jumped fucking. Yo, who the fuck is you gritting on? Looking straight up in the air. Walked right up on him. Looking like that's how tall dude was. Looking straight up on him. Right. I just seen Dior looking like this with his shit shaking. I was just like, fucking man. Took my hat off, walked on the other side of him, pulled my shit up, and then my man seeing us like, fuck, man, pulled this shit up. We were just around this motherfucker. My mom screaming and shit. He's like, oh, so y'all little niggas about to jump me? He was like, big. Yes. We like, yes, nigga. Yes. And when we said that, yo, I ain't gonna lie, we was shook. This nigga took off running down the street.
But that's
the thing, though.
Running, bro, was going. At all costs.
But you got to, bro.
But the crazy thing about that is,
bro.
No, but let me tell you, though. He comes back a half hour later, right? With some little fat dudes. So we're outside. By that time, my older cousins is there and shit. Yeah. So they come out, they grown. They come out, they talking to him and shit for a minute, and they saying they saw whatever. They come back and like, y'all little niggas is crazy. And like, yo, he just got out of jail for manslaughter. like yesterday.
Manslaughter sounds like an accident to me.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Ain't no accidents around here.
I said it wasn't murder.
Straight shooter.
You know what I mean?
I said it wasn't murder. I said, yo, he ran though. I told my cousin like, yo, he ain't that tough. He ran, bro.
And I'm not trying to hear it.
We're kids. We surrounded you. If it really was about that. I wish 3 little niggas would have surrounded me like that. Not saying I would have been beating no black woman, but I would have been like, oh,
but at the same time, you just got out of jail for manslaughter. Now you beating up a girl, like
your mind
ain't right, bro. And you 6'6". This girl was 5'1".
Your mind ain't right, bro.
Like I'll definitely give. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
My man Dior is the boldest nigga on earth, bro. I promise you. Before I could even breathe, think anything, he was literally at this nigga's chest, like, what the fuck? Talking to this girl, like, I'm like, oh, this nigga don't give a fuck. I'm like, fuck, I can't let him.
Yeah, but at the same time though, I feel like now. Some niggas on the internet will say, oh, that's simping. Some niggas will be like, oh, that's simping. I ain't about to be.
Yeah, I know niggas.
No, because the bottom line for me is, I don't think a lot about it when I'm in that situation.
Yeah.
It's almost the same. It's the same thing where a man is his mind.
Right.
But in order to elevate your manhood, you have to put your mind on the back seat to your instincts a lot of the time. When you wake up in the morning, unless you're gonna wake up and go straight to meditating, don't put your mind on the back seat. Wake up and instinctively get out the bed and go to the fucking gym. Wake up, instinctively get out the bed, hit some push-ups, drink some water, move your body. Let your instincts take control sometimes. You know what I mean? And sure, it's not always going to end well. That's cool. It's not always going to end well. But when it comes to just like our women, I'm not about to I'm not about to have a logical debate in my head about modern women these days before I step up and say that's not how you talk to black women.
Yeah. At the end of the day. Yeah.
I don't need to know what she did to her last boyfriend.
I don't care.
Or what type of shorty she is.
I don't care.
Or if she got Megan knees. I don't need to know none of that shit, bro. All I know is optically she's one of mine and you're not.
Exactly.
So you got me fucked up.
You got me fucked.
You know what I mean? That's just where I was. That's just where I was at with it.
That's
where I was at with it.
That's enough said though. That's it.
I feel like nowadays, men leave. They get rid of having principle, morals, respect.
Because it's safe.
Because it's safe.
It's safe. It's safe to be like, I ain't about to be. Yeah. It's safe.
And so they replace it with simping, and it's not simping. It's having principles and morals.
Yeah. That's the easy way out.
People want to say it's simping all the time. I know there's a lot of views that I feel real strong about that niggas will be like, oh, he's probably simping. But niggas, like, I don't really worry about that because if you know me, bro, I never had no issues having conversations.
That's the thing.
I'm fine with women. I promise you.
That's the thing. It's not no simping. I'm not over here trying to get into fights to win some vagina. Yeah, that's not what's happening.
I promise you.
That's not what's happening.
Yeah. Care about.
You know what I mean? I'm here with mine.
Yeah, feel me? Like,
and
he here with his girl.
We gonna rock heavy when we leave here. Right. I don't need to know none of their names. I just know that you playing in front of me.
And it's good that she understands. Because to be honest, I've dealt with women who don't even understand my aspect about that. Like, I'm all for the advancement of black women. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even if I have a girl, I'm still gonna work with black women. I'm still gonna try to help and put them in positions if I have a thing. If I'm still out and I see somebody talking or doing something wrong, I'm still gonna say something. You know what I mean? Some women are a little bit insecure about that. I've dealt with something that's like, oh, you being nice to bitches. I'm like, what? I'm not really worried about. I'm like, but if you know me, my whole thing is like, but if you know me, you know I'm not. If you know me and I dealt with you and we were in a relationship, you obviously know I'm not that pressed for that, right? So, like, even the people I talk to my ex, I'm like, yo, I was friends with you for a year, fam. Never pressed you about anything. You know what I'm saying? I always was cool and supported you till we took it to another level. So why would I be any different, you know what I'm saying, with the people that I deal with, you know what I'm saying, now, and my attitude towards women now? I feel like it's our responsibility almost because all the toxic environments. It is our responsibility. Well, all the toxic environments and the situations that women go through are predominantly created by us. Yeah. When I say us, I just mean men. I'm going to take the race off for a second, even though this is about black women. It's predominantly created by men. So it's just like we have to be the ones to step up and call the environments out and do extra shit because a lot of these things are still controlled by men. You know what I mean?
Before we move, because there's an interesting topic rolling off of this real quick. Before we move to that, though, I teach a social justice class. And one of the things I teach in my social justice class is about toxic masculinity. Now, my approach to toxic masculinity is very, I feel like, interesting because my belief is not that toxic masculinity is the overabundance of masculinity. It's not that. Yeah. Toxic masculinity is the presence of men without masculinity. You get me? Mm-hmm. Toxic masculinity is weak men allowing overly aggressive men to get their shit off unchecked. Yes. That's what toxic masculinity is.
Or overly aggressive men to influence them and how they feel about certain shit.
Right.
To guide them on
it's being a gullible, weak-hearted man and not imposing boundaries and limits in your space. Because the one thing about men that's a little different, than women is how we regard our personal space. Now, a man's personal space is wherever he's at. And that's not even on no men gotta be. It's just reality. Okay. Yeah. Like when you go into a bar setting, and if you're comfortable, you sitting back, you got your arm up, like your feet under the table. You taking this whole space. Anybody that's over there gotta accommodate for the space that you're taking. Mm-hmm. And it's just because that's just how we kind of come off. And so, with that being said, there's that moment where you have to realize that when someone else is doing something that is undisciplined, unchecked, and outside of the rules of being a man, you gotta do so. You gotta say something. This dude, Jordan Peters. Jordan Peters. He says he has this beautiful quote. A lot of people beefing with him because
I fucks with Jordan all heavy.
But there's this beautiful quote, man. He says, basically, to sum it up real quick, you can't be a good person while being harmless.
That's real.
Harmless people are not good people. They're not bad people. They're just harmless. Yeah. Because if you don't possess the ability to be dangerous, but have the discipline to check your propensity for danger, then you're not really a good person. Good people take action to be good. Yeah. Right? Harmless people are just they're not taking any action. And it's just like, well, I've existed without hurting anyone. That's great. But that doesn't make you a good person. Yeah. Because a lot of good people, you'd be like, oh, he had a lot of charisma. He came to the bar every night. He made us all laugh. Yeah, and he had 8 little girls buried in his fucking basement. But he came off like a good guy because he was harmless. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's not being good. That's not the same thing.
He was mentioning, I think I heard that he was talking about you got to be a monster.
Inside,
you got to be a monster inside and learn how to control.
Yeah. That's a staple for manhood, and that's why women of all colors prefer the bad boy. Because the bad boy has the highest potential to be dangerous and possibly be disciplined.
And also, they feel more protected a lot of times with the bad boy.
Like someone who does wild shit or lives a dangerous lifestyle has one of those things in check, right? Now, a woman will be disappointed when they find out he doesn't have discipline. But if he does have discipline, then shit, you the man of her dreams, my boy.
That's it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But also not feeling protected is a make or break thing for women. So I feel like that attracts them to the bad boy too. Like I was talking to somebody, and they told me straight up, they talked to a dude, he was a good dude, whip, career. But I remember one time he was saying his boy was going downtown during the protest and shit. She asked him, was like, yeah, he said he went down there. He said his boy got into it with some white dudes and they were still walking around downtown. And he said he caught him. He's like, I was at his house and his friend caught him like, yo, da-da-da-da. He said, all right, I'll be down. He's like, you going down there to help your boy? He said he was just like, nah, I ain't going down there.
Wait, run that back.
Yeah,
What?
Girlie I was talking to was with a nigga. His homie was protesting downtown during all the George Floyd shit.
Right.
He got handled by some white boys. They weren't cops. They kind of fucked him up. He called his boy like, yo, I need you to come down here. These white boys just jumped me.
Downtown.
Yeah, or downtown. These white boys just jumped me and they still running around down here. This nigga told him he was going to come down. Then when he got off the phone, he told Girlie like, yeah, man, I ain't fucking going down there, man. Because, I could get arrested or some shit. And after that day, she never talked to him again. Because
I bet.
Him being a bitch-ass nigga was just too much of
You ain't about to go help your man. What happens if I call you?
Yeah.
You knew this nigga longer than me.
Yeah.
That's your bestie.
Yeah.
You do anything the way you do
exactly.
everything.
You feel me?
The way you do anything is the way you do everything.
And I told her, I said, you're right, because he damn sure wasn't going to come protect you.
That's fact.
He wasn't coming to protect you. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't at all.
These niggas, bro, you got me fucked up, bro. And I think the thing about that is, all right, let's roll over real quick. Did you see? And this is kind of a hard stop, but it's not at the same time. Did y'all see the new Usher video?
No, I heard about it.
Keke Palmer's in there?
Keke
Palmer's in the video, and it's called Boyfriend. And it's essentially like, yeah, your boyfriend looking for you, but you with me. Yeah, type shit.
I seen the little article. I didn't know what happened.
Somebody needs to fucking call the police on Usher. Call the damn police.
No,
Usher,
listen.
Usher, wait.
My boy.
Hold on.
No, there's 3 sides to the story.
Hold on.
There's 4 sides.
Usher is a fucking savage.
There's the light skin home dad side. There's Kiki's side.
That nigga don't got no side. He's done.
There's the
girlfriend videos.
There's the Usher side, and then there's the truth. I don't know the truth, but I'm telling you, Usher is my boy. Again, the gall. The gall. The fucking audacity.
Yeah, Usher is a savage, man.
But you know what,
I didn't
though?
know he was R&B 50 Cent.
But you know what? Listen though. Peep game. I'm not one of them people that's going to say Keke Palmer is this and Keke Palmer is that. Because let's be clear. I spent a third of my life having a crush on Keke Palmer, low key. Love Keke. I appreciate her existence. I feel like she should act more. I feel like we're missing out from her not acting more. But that's a whole other conversation. The conversation I want to have in here is that if you're gonna tiptoe into Jadaville, let us know. I'm not saying she's there. I'm saying she's in the plane and she's flying over downtown. Okay,
not tiptoeing into Jadaville.
No, if she's tiptoeing in Jadaville, let us know if you got an all expense paid ticket or if this is just I'm trying to get my music shit off. So my thing is once he opened up the floodgates, I'm not gonna say he deserved his shorty to make a song with the nigga that he feels insecure about? Because that's wild. Someone somewhere is going to himself about some shit like that. Unalive themselves. Sorry, you can probably beep that because you know how YouTube be. Somebody somewhere would unalive themselves about something like that. Really think about it though. Yeah. Really think about it. You feel like your girl's out and about with somebody and it's making you a little frustrated. You go to the internet, everybody's laughing at you. Then she drop a video with the nigga. God damn.
But see, my whole thing is like people. My whole thing is like, yo, we live in 2023. Let's just be frank, all right? Yeah. This nigga has so much free publicity. Okay. Who? Her fucking ex-husband. He has at this point in time.
Aren't they still together?
Oh, well, excuse me, her baby dad.
How?
Listen, no, wait.
Well, how?
No,
how are they together?
Wait. That's not the point I'm trying.
I don't know if they're together.
Wait. There's a separate point from that. It don't matter if they're together right now. Everybody is checking his fucking page. So if I was him, would I give a fuck? Maybe, but I also might just go check my fucking DMs.
That's just you gotta see with her.
Bro, I'm gonna give a fucking some coochie. This in my DMs, trying to get some fucking clout from being Keke Palmer's ex-fucking boyfriend. That's where I'm gonna give a fuck. I'm gonna dry my eyes in coochie, nigga. That's where I'm gonna stop giving a fuck. So yeah, if Keke
No. If I'm him, I'm taking the most cheesiest, corniest red pill quote. Even though I personally, Bilal Ray is not a red pill nigga. I'm taking the cheesiest, corniest red pill quote I can, throwing it on a t-shirt, and slapping the link in my motherfucking bio, nigga.
Well, I'm dropping a rap song.
I'm dropping it in my bio right now. Come run up my t-shirt, man. But at the same time,
oh yeah, niggas are going
I don't feel like Keke Palmer. I don't know what's happening in their household.
I don't know what type of relationship they have.
I can't say that she's doing some wild shit because they might have went home and had the craziest argument. Yeah. This nigga could have said some wild shit.
And to me personally,
like, oh yeah, bet. Okay, bet.
Even before relationships end like that, as far as celebrities, people always just assume how the relationship going. Like, you don't fucking know that girl. And you don't fucking know that man. I remember when Cam broke up with his girl.
Which one?
Coco.
Oh, okay.
Coco. I remember when he broke up with Coco. All the girls were like, "Oh my God, he let her go." I think that was her name. He's like, "Oh yeah,
JoJo."
He let her go. I can't believe he let her go. He missed her. Da da da. My whole thing was like, "Yo,
you don't know what the fuck going on in that house.
You don't know this girl. You know she has a wagon and some of the best skin you've ever seen. Besides that, but you
don't know nothing else.
You don't know her. She could be going.
And I've watched.
Bro, I've met fine. I promise you, a lot of the women that I put on a pedestal.
You about to say what I'm about to say next?
A lot of the women that I put on a pedestal have been fucking dingbats when I got on back to the
crib. I promise you.
Crushed on them for years.
I promise
fucking
you.
Fucking doofy ass.
You talk for 30 minutes and all of a sudden she's not bad no more.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
I remember the first time that happened to me. It was in high school.
Yeah.
This girl came into the. It was at Phase 4. This girl came in looking beautiful. The most beautiful. I'm in high school, right? Of course, the most beautiful a high schooler can ever be to a high schooler. Yeah. She came in, skin was immaculate, had the boulder, face was perfect. Mm-hmm. I'm like, bro, I need to talk to her.
Yeah, I need her in my life.
Spent all 15 minutes talking to her, and after the conversation, she was not beautiful no more to me.
Yeah,
like her physical appearance changed all of a sudden. All the things that I didn't like popped out after the conversation.
Yeah.
And it was like, damn, like people really can become, I don't want to say ugly, but unattractive in front of you. Absolutely. As everything else about them becomes. Because a girl can look beautiful, right? And she walk up to you and y'all start talking and you find out in that initial interaction that she do hard drugs.
Yeah.
And then instantly it's like, damn. You're on what right now?
You're on what? Yeah.
I mean, nah.
Yeah, you can't.
I can't really like.
But people make that.
Because what you bringing into my atmosphere, like.
Yeah, and people be making that. Like I said, people would just throw that out there all the time. Oh, like I don't know what's going on in their relationship. All I know is good, Keke. If I was you, you know, you've acted, you made music. I would never hesitate to fucking. If I just break up with my ex or whatever and we're done, nigga, I'm being in an Usher video from Keke Palmer.
But the thing is, the other aspect of that is I can't sit here and say that. Of course, the incident made it more possible than it was before the incident. But Keke Palmer said that she's always wanted to do a song with Usher since she was a little kid.
Probably.
So I also can't be like, oh, now you're not allowed to do a song with Usher. You know what I mean? So it's just
who doesn't want to fucking do a song with Usher? Who's made?
I mean, and she made it clear in her post. She said, "I never wanted to be the girls in talking to Usher. I never wanted to be the girls in your video. I wanted to be you." Yeah. So this was her chance at doing something that for us we're probably looking at it like, damn, she playing her nigga crazy.
But to me, I don't see.
But she also just doing something that she been wanting to do.
These niggas be having way better, bro. Do you know how many niggas get played by their girl and just get left with nothing? I'm tired of these niggas. He reminds me of fucking Safari.
He's not married to her. It's not like he's finna walk away with half or some shit.
It don't matter. You're walking away with clout. If I type this nigga's name in right now, what's wrong?
Yeah, but clout don't do nothing.
Clout will get you coochie. Clout will get you a girl who look better than Keke Palmer.
Yeah, but he ain't got no bread.
Who's stupid? It don't matter.
He getting taken care of by Keke Palmer.
I know motherfuckers with $0 in their pocket who are fucking bad bitches with bread.
Absolutely.
I know niggas who can't read, who didn't read out loud in class, finessing bitches with 3 degrees. This nigga can take that clout and go get some fucking coochie. I don't want to hear all of that shit. His name is all over the internet.
But what I'm saying
go
is,
get some coochie. Check your
what
DMs.
I'm saying is,
I know his DMs is lit
pussy
right now.
or coochie or vagina don't make that situation better.
Listen, a distraction. What are you doing right now, nigga? Are you in the room looking at a fucking wall? Get some fucking coochie, nigga. Or you're in a room looking at a fucking wall. If that's what you're doing.
This is like the commercial. What? You're not doing anything, man. Get off the couch.
Get off the couch. Get off the couch. You're not doing anything with your life. What are you doing? You're letting time flow back? Get some coochie. Get some coochie in your life. Why are you wasting time?
Get some coochie.
Commercial, because I remember they was trying to tell me, I should feel bad for Safari with Nicki bought him. For bad for what? His fucking Lambo worth fucking $500,000. Eat a Frank.
Yeah.
Eat a Frank. I'm trying not to say that. Yeah. Eat a Frank. I don't want the flag. But no, I don't feel bad for this nigga. Because anytime I got my heart broke, I didn't leave with $250,000 in a fucking Lamborghini. Never. If I would have left with that, I might have figured out a way to ease my pain a little bit.
Type shit.
Just a little bit. My pain might ease,
Wait, before we get out of here, we probably got like 8 minutes left. I wanted to jump into some newsworthy shit because we like to talk about what we like to talk about, man. There's a couple things, damn, that we still ain't get to. This is the biggest one. World Swimming bans transgenders competing in swimming. This happened like yesterday. Yeah. So the Leah, I think the name was Leah Thomas of the transgender that switched. They were like 104 in the men's or something like that, and became number 1 in the women's. Right? It's officially banned, and that transgender women, I believe it's for all transgenders though, can no longer compete in swimming. But now they also have an open category. The World Swimming Cup has an open category for transgender swimmers.
I think
transgender swimmers can come and swim, right? But they just can't swim with whoever they're transitioning to. Because I've been saying this since day one, and I don't care who like it, who dislike it. Until you create standards around the levels of transition. Yeah. Like if a motherfucker ain't 15 years into transitioning, you can't compete.
Sorry. We're still
because what are we talking about here? We're talking about like you're still biologically. I mean, you're always biologically going to be male, but your biological level of manhood is still raging through the roof. You know what I mean?
And I'm sorry,
it's not necessarily fair.
And if it's the reverse, to be honest, I know it's all of y'all, but if it's women transitioning into men, I honestly think you should be allowed to compete if you want to. One is asking to compete. One is like being a regular Olympian and trying to compete. And this is not an insult to anybody, but just from the time that nigga was the 104th. In his category,
which is still decent.
Okay, he was 104th and he jumped to 1. This is like a regular Olympian trying to compete with Special Olympics. Like,
right.
There's reasons why we have categories. It is an insult. It is not, and I'm not trying to insult women. This is an insult to women's sports. It is an affront to women's sports, an affront to everything fair when it comes to women's sports. You cannot let any person, no matter what they feel like they are, that is born with a body that makes testosterone naturally in the amount that men make it, compete in athletic games against women. Now, if you're a woman transitioning the other way and you want that uphill battle and you want to jump out there and put your fucking life at risk by like playing some of these sports or wrestling with men or doing some of this shit, then I feel like it's admirable and you should be allowed to do it because you're putting no one at risk but yourself. Yeah, you're putting no one at risk but yourself, and the only thing that you're doing is giving yourself a major disadvantage. I don't think there's any advantage for you, and I feel like they feel like it's unfair, but in my opinion,
I don't think it's unfair because sports is the art of overcoming disadvantage.
Yes,
that's what sport is.
Yeah, it is.
And it's so much so that that there is a limit to how many advantages someone can have.
Yes.
Going into a match or a game or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Sport is the art of overcoming disadvantages.
Yes.
That's all it is, for real. So I feel like I agree with that, even though some people might not, with whatever. But when you put it into a different major sport, what happens if, and we ain't even got to go all the way out there. Let's just say an unknown basketball player transition.
It happened in the movie, and we seen what happened.
We seen what happened, right? And I'm putting it in real life, though, because the movie is a movie. The movie is funny. The movie
It'd be worse. It'd be worse.
And they come out there, and they're just cramming on any and every woman in the fucking paint. I mean, knee and forehead, cramming on them, and it's just like,
it's not fair, bro.
How are we going to,
because I'm even gonna lie, somebody who will come to the league, it would be like Derrick Jones Jr., right? Will come to the WNBA and average 28 points a game, right? It's not because he's more skilled than Breonna Stewart or Candace Parker or any of them, but he's a fucking man with testosterone, and he jumps 42 inches in the air. He's jumping over them. He's jumping around them. That's what they talk about international game. International play has a lot more skills because the athletes that we make over here, especially as black men, are unfucking believable. They're immeasurable. So we changed basketball with the way our athletics are. Like, it's just not fair. And I don't even I understand everybody wants. I feel like everybody should be able to be recognized for who they are and be called what they want to be called. Especially, I hate the niggas that want to stand on that fucking hill. Especially with the whole, why can I say female, bro? Like, I know niggas who have died on that hill.
I'm not going back and forth with nobody about what they want to be referred to as. I just need grace, because don't hop out expecting me to know all this shit.
To know what you are and to know what you identify as. But yeah, but at the end of the day, all luck to them, and I definitely feel like they need protection. But to be honest, natural born women have needed protection for a lot.
And that's what Jess Hilarious was saying.
You know what I mean?
She didn't say it the most gracefully. She ain't say it the most gracefully, and people was mad at her. But Jess Hilarious was speaking from a place where, because when I get into this conversation with kids, we got like 1 minute left. Yeah. Ten more. All right. When I get into this conversation with my students, and I try not to have it that often, because let me put it like this: I have gay male students, right? I'm never looking at I have a transgender students as well. I'm never looking at a student and say, I'm not going to plant seeds in your mind that's going to help you grow because I don't like what you do with your sexual interactions. Number one, you're a little ass kid. I don't give a fuck what you doing with your little thingy thing.
With your little fucking kid
your
body.
little thingy thing. Keep that little thingy thing the fuck away from me. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Yeah. I don't care. I'm not here for that. You know what I mean? I'm here to try to help you build a mind for the future. Yeah. So I don't care how you identify. Yeah. And I'm not going to turn away any of mine for no reason, unless you doing some wild, like, Doja Cat level shit. Yeah. I'm not turning away any of mine. Even then, I'm not going to turn you away. I still gotta interact. Yeah. You know what I mean? That being said, I stand with mine regardless of where you coming from. I just also believe that if there is a physical activity and someone is a biological male, there needs to be more thought put into the interaction than, well, he says he's a woman. I'm not even saying right or wrong or bad or good or devil and heaven and all that other shit. Yeah. I'm saying you got to put more critical thought into it than that. Yeah, aren't we a country that praises critical thought? Yeah, put more critical thought into it than that. Yeah, you can't just tell me that someone feels a particular way, so we're supposed to allow things that need critical thought to just slide.
Especially in sports. That don't make sense. Sports is the one. This is the case of those participation trophy things. I'm sorry, this is sports, especially when you're talking about the elite. It's not fucking for everybody anyway.
What is it?
All these places where they're trying to compete are not for everybody anyway. They're for the elite of the elite. These people that are competing, Olympic athletes are different. These
Number
are
one,
who are competing
how many
for
people
4
in the world
years
can swim?
To swim one time.
And how many of them going to make it to the Olympics?
Bro, they're training for 4 years to swim one time. And you mean to tell me I'm going to train 4 years as a woman to swim one time, and then I'm going to look to my fucking left, and Michael Phelps with a fucking wig on is about to swim next to me?
And crush your ass.
And I'm swimming hard as fuck, and I'm just looking at this motherfucker lapping me up, and they're like, "Oh, congratulations, you're a fucking hero."
And then the question needs to be asked: if someone transitions specifically to a woman, competes in sports, and then later transitions back, because there are loads, bunch of people that transition back.
Yeah.
That's not being talked about. Yeah. But if one of them transitions back, are there ramifications when it comes to medals? Because they took my boys' medals for smoking weed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? What are we talking about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Last thing I want to touch real quick. We got about maybe like 6 minutes. This Jamie Foxx apology, man. I was mad, bro. And I got to put it in there. Man. I got to put it in there because he said some real shit.
Yeah.
He said, if you don't know, if they kill Jesus, what do you think they'll do to you? Talking about people, right? People. I have this argument. I make this statement often. I'm going to make it real quick. My statement to anyone who is, not anyone, my statement I often make when people are talking about the return of Jesus Christ, people who believe in the return of Jesus Christ, right? I say it's funny because most people who are waiting for Jesus Christ to return is going to be the same motherfuckers who's going to want him dead when he come back. Because number one, if Jesus Christ was to return in the place where he was from, what place is that? Middle East, right? Middle East, right? So if a hero for the Middle Eastern people in morality pops up and is opposing what did Jesus oppose? Government. If a hero tyranny for the Middle Eastern people in their morality pop up opposing government across the world, what is America going to say? Kill him! Blow them up!
They're gonna say his
terrorists.
I'm about to say,
you know what I mean?
It's so funny. What you're describing, it sounds like Osama bin Laden a little bit.
I'm not making that statement, but I am saying what I'm saying.
That flat description, Osama bin Laden couldn't fit.
I am saying what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying Osama bin Laden is the second coming of Jesus, but I am saying that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that Osama bin Laden is the second coming of Jesus. What I am saying is that in any form, if your Savior Jesus Christ, Yeshua ben Hur, is to return back to this mortal plane, if that was to happen, just know that everything that he or she stands for, and then however he incarnates, is going to be completely against the government and the country in which you reside. And would you stand for that? Are you going to stand with your Messiah? If a motherfucker pop up to you and say, I am the Messiah, you going to punch on him. If somebody walk up to you like, yo, I'm Jesus Christ, I'm back to gather my people, you going to punch on him. You going to start going crazy on him. And it might really be him for real.
Yeah. Like, I'm him.
But to get back to what she said, you're not him.
Just walk up.
You're not him.
Yo, I'm him. That's what he's going to say.
I felt like Jamie played himself with the apology. I felt like he played himself because I'm tired of black men and women apologizing for saying the realest shit. And when I say that, I don't mean just like real shit. I don't mean Donald Trump real shit. Like look at my African American.
Look at my African American right there. What a fine
I don't mean that type of shit.
Look at him.
I mean like
take a look at this guy.
Right. I mean, where did Jennifer Aniston get the nerve to say that was anti-Semitic?
Her followers. That's where.
Where did you get the nerve to say that they killed Jesus? What do you think they will do to you? Right. Okay, first
she ain't said it was the people. She reacted to the people and bent the knee like how Jamie Foxx did. They started harassing her like, "Wow, you like this post? This post is so anti-Semitic. Wow, I can't believe you like this." And she said, "I apologize. I don't support anything anti-Semitic." So he basically just did what Jamie Foxx did. She fucking liked the post that made sense. He made a post that made sense.
No, but she went crazy on Jamie.
Did she?
She made a post saying some like renouncing the whole shit.
I seen the post. She said she made a post saying she doesn't support anti-Semitic shit. But to be real, I don't even think she fucking read the post. I don't even think she fucking controls her Instagram. I think somebody liked the regular Instagram
post. Whether she do or not, anybody that popped out and said Jamie shouldn't apologize for shit.
Yeah, neither one of them should be apologizing for shit.
Anybody that popped out and said that post was anti-Semitic is stupid. Sure. I'm not. There's no other word for you, my boy, no my girl, my cisgender individual. You're stupid. Okay, and the reason why you're stupid is because
you're part of the stupid diaspora.
I mean, what are we talking about here? Like, did the Romans kill him? Did the corrupt leaders of the church kill him? There was a lot of things going on. If you read your Bible, if you read your Quran, whatever you into, whatever you read, and there's a lot of things going on. Yeah. Not once was the word Hebrew mentioned. Not once was the word Jew mentioned. And even still, like, Did he not just state a fact? He said they did kill him. Shit. Yeah. Like that's like saying they choked out Eric Garner. What you think they're gonna do with you? Blue Lives Matter. This post is anti-police.
I mean,
like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's probably the exact reaction.
That is the exact reaction, and that's why I'm telling you, stop apologizing for shit that you didn't do,
bro. He's never going to stop apologizing because his money's too tied up in the public, too tied up in people watching the movie that he's streaming, too tied up in when this new movie drop. Or you gonna go see it.
We're in. You know what? I just watched an interview while I was getting my hair done. It was the R&B and Money podcast with Jay Valentine, Tank, and they had on Harold Lilly, an amazing writer who plays the background, and he said that fuck, what am I about to tie it into? Damn, it just lost, bro. I just lost it. But when Jamie Foxx apologized, what happened is he reduced his ability to advocate for himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he took the ability to advocate for himself and say what was happening and just wrapped it all in. I'm sorry. And what that does is it means that you don't have any avocation now. You can't say nothing about nothing because it's automatically like, oh well, Twitter said you did something bad. So I'm sorry. Like fuck you, Twitter.
Check this out, y'all. Jamie Foxx just had a stroke, fam.
Type shit.
So he's not really in shape to reply to any of that shit. He don't probably have the strength.
He might not even have been the person to type it.
Yeah, I don't think he was the person to type it.
And that's why I say I can't be mad at Jamie because I don't know what that whole situation is.
I just feel like,
but I'm mad for him.
Yeah, I just feel like you can't just be full in the fucking public pressure all the time, bro. Like, but everybody's not gonna be Dave Chappelle with the 50 million. You know, some niggas gonna take the 50 million, and it's not talking shit about that's not talking shit on any people who's gonna take the 50 million. But it takes a lot to turn down that type of, it takes, and 50 million may not be right there, but that $50 million bag is always there when you're Jamie Foxx. It's always there when you're Steve Harvey. It's always there when you're Will Smith. So a lot of these dudes, you know, they think about what they say and they just quick to apologize even if they feel like they.
Bro, I'm not apologizing to no fucking punk ass motherfuckers behind a computer screen.
I'm definitely
about
not.
something I didn't say.
I'm definitely not. But I can also say I've never had 50 million on the table for me either. Right now I'm standing and I'm saying fuck nigga. I would not, but a nigga who done looked at that money might be like, shit. Somebody probably looking at me right now like, shit, nigga. But I don't think I don't even know.
Bro, if I gotta apologize, I'm finessing my shit. I'm not. Yeah. You gave me. I gotta apologize. Fuck this. Yo, this is what happened, bro. Yeah, like I'm not doing. And the reason why I'm not doing that is because I truly believe from watching my elders that when you stand on what you believe in, the quality of life is better regardless of the money that you spend. Because let's not equate 50 million to living good. Yeah. Let's not. You can definitely make moves that we can't make right now 1,000%. Yeah. But there's a lot of people with more than 50 million that ain't living good though.
No, that's my point. You know what I mean? Niggas are living check to check on 50 million.
That's crazy, and that's facts.
And I'm just being real. Like
living check to check is a mentality and not a pay grade.
No. What I'm trying to say is, there in all literal seriousness, you may have 50. You may make 50 million a year, 50 million and your lifestyle may be fucking 32 million. You know what I'm saying?
Your lifestyle is $6 million a month.
$6 million a month. Yeah. So like a lot of these niggas are scared. It's not even the fact that I'm gonna turn down this 50 million because I don't need it. It's if I don't pay this mansion, they're in the same boat a lot of other motherfuckers think. And I think when people see them and the money they're getting, we assume that they're financially off. But no, a lot of these motherfuckers are just rich and still living check to check.
And then they're all 1099. So you know they got, you know it.
Yeah, you feel me? Like
these ain't W-2 type of situation.
Lifestyles lifestyles of the rich and famous, baby. It costs a little bit of money.
They hoping you fuck up.
Yeah, they hoping. They paying your accountant to do some fuck shit. Yeah, some people's accountant is getting paid from the side to fuck your shit up.
You made me paranoid. I'm gonna check our accountant again.
Type shit,
Call
man.
Motherfuckers at night. What you doing?
Hey, Cheryl. I just wanted to.
I just want to see if you're available. They said 24 hours. I'm gonna call 3 a.m. one time. I just want to make sure.
So I just want to say, if you watch, please like and subscribe. Engage with the content. Some of the things we say is probably gonna be controversial. Some of them is gonna be right on the point. But that's what we're here for.
If you disagree, just let us know why you disagree.
We're here to have communication and conversation.
Open dialogue.
For sure. Also, join the Discord. We haven't been as present in the Discord, but that's going to change the next coming week. There's a lot of things on the way. We will be having a live show in studio very soon.
Yes.
So look out for the link to that. IG is in the bio. Holla at us, man. It's the Lum LaL Show. I'm your host, Bilal Ray.
And it's your boy, Pharaoh Lum.
1028 Studios.
Yes, sir.
And we out, man.
We outie.
Yes, sir. And we ain't gonna apologize for nothing.
Not shit.
Period.
Nothing.
Soulja Boy, tell him. Hey!
Soulja Boy, tell him.